Hello again, Converge collectors. We have Converge number 198 and 201. We're going to start in order. So, Full Armor Gundam. And let's just learn a little bit about the robot first. Shown in mobile suit variation. And where's the blurb here? It's basically just an armored up version. It's meant to be capable of destruction of a battleship. So, a bunch of weapons there. You can pause all that stuff and read that. I will now close that out so you can see the images from the same web page. It's all fandom. Alright, so this toy here came out in 2018, wave number 13. There is a different wave 13, but it doesn't actually have the number sign in front of it. So it's weird. They just went to 20 and then started it over with the number sign. Makes no sense. Anyways, other robots in that series. This series, that is. And some basic stats. Typical stuff. What does Gum from 2018 look like now? Oddly, it looks the same as back in 2018. Oh, no, there's a little blister there. I'm going to keep that box handy. Every now and then you'll run into parts and you wonder, where does this go? So that's what I learned, to try to keep the box around. Tiny antenna. It's going to be brittle plastic, so careful. The footstand's great. You can put a label on there. I put the name of the robot on there usually. Breaking the paint apart here. In fact, let me change the light angle here. Alright, so we got a nice drab olive, like military color. And good foot details on the bottom. And then contrasting that is like an orange color. And you'll notice it's all matte finish. So the knees here, they're like a gray color, the upper leg, that is. Same with a little bit on the torso. And then nice, we have like gunmetal in the vents. So this looks very much like a tank, except for the orange. I don't think tanks run orange, but it's cool. Gunmetal for the neck, and the peg is on the head. The head itself has yellow translucent eyes, so that's nice. And you can see some sort of molded detail, looks like, behind there. There's also a metallic red or pink. It's not orange, obviously. That's orange. And then maybe there's gray here in front of the eyes. So that's cool. Nice contrast. There's no chassis number in the back of the head like the earlier waves sometimes had. This is a pretty short peg. I'm going to suggest you glue that in place because it might fall out easily. But for this video, we'll just leave it alone. Alright, what else here? We got some thrusters on the backpack, and it's an asymmetric backpack, which is kind of neat. Alright. This arm here, we have separate hands, so you can break the paint and rotate them like that. This is a fist, though. It's not going to hold anything. The armor plate looks alright, and the peg here goes into a hexagonal hole. So this side here, now we have, this is glued in place, it looks like. But oddly, the hand, it looks like it was a separate piece, and then, I don't know what's going on here. Yeah, is this glued? Maybe it's not. No, it's not. I have never seen a peg on a hand in Converge, so that's just interesting. But it's good. You know, it keeps this in place, because you literally have two pegs interacting. So I don't think that's going to fall off. And this is a nice gunmetal color for the cannons. It's so... Oh, that's quite... I thought there was something going on top of this, but no. This is just like a funky weapon where the handle is to the side. Interesting design. I like it. So this is the back shoulder weapon, and that goes into the backpack. So it's nice that they actually have holes with air passing through in a little bit of a recess. So you can add black there, which would be... Oh, on both sides. So very cool. I wonder if this is like a rocket launcher. Why would it have an exhaust in the back? It looks like it'd be a beam weapon, but... who knows? Maybe it's artillery. So pop that. And the head can spin before it collides with that cannon at least, but it's not colliding with anything on the chest. So that's good. So next up we have the F90, which had its own manga or comic book dedicated to it. This was interesting. I actually read through this. And it's meant to be a smaller Gundam. Under 15 meters is pretty small. They're usually 18 to 22 meters Gundams. And then They only made 3 of them in the universe, and they have 11 hard points, meaning they have all these different mission packs, and you can kind of see here all the different kinds of F90s. So it's quite interesting that they haven't made a cartoon out of this one, because just all the think of how many model kits they could sell if they promoted this line. Anyways, here's some images from the same website: video game, manga. But this, I guess, is just the plain F90 without a mission pack. And so Wave 14, number 14, or Pound 14, came out in 2019. And here are the other robots from that series. And yeah, I wonder if this robot's going to be significantly smaller. In general, Converge doesn't pay any attention to scaling, though. Yeah, I don't think they paid attention. That looks the same size. Quite interesting. There's no cardboard protecting the antenna. I'm just used to seeing a piece of cardboard there to keep those brittle antenna from breaking. And this bubble gum looks quite disgusting. Look at that one. Yeah, that's gross. I find the old bubble gum kind of interesting. You know how disgusting it is. All right, so let's break those apart. I don't twist the things because I'm afraid of twisting that whole stub off. So I just like pry them or wiggle them loose. Decent enough foot details. Nice matte blue feet color. Same with the matte white up here. And the red vents are recessed and painted nicely. Some blue kneecaps. Some blue on the side as well. Nice molded details as usual. Although none behind the shoulder here. Some panels, some yellow. And then this time it looks like a dark metallic gray. I don't know if that's gunmetal. It's really dark. It's more like a metallic black. A little gray overhang here. The hatch is red, yellow. Some ribbing there, and then a black neck. And then we have some beam saber handles white on a gray backpack. A little bit of a recess there so you could add paint or a jewel bead. Yeah, it's decent enough. It's such a crazy lean forward look that these Converges have. So the arm here, it's got a shield built on, but a peg hole, so something else goes there. These are actually well-detailed hands. They're not blocky looking. They almost look like human hands. Interesting, and you can spin them. Alright. So the shield here, nice. It actually has F90 printed on there, so that's nice. And look at this. The shield has 2 open vents. Sometimes those things get blocked off. Nice details on the back. That's a nice looking shield. Very happy about that. Alright, so being a round peg, you can actually rotate that. You think that's just basic, but very often, whoever designs these put in weird shapes so you can't spin anything. So this hand and arm, yeah, just doesn't have the peg hole. But this hand can grip this rifle. And a standard looking Gundam rifle. You know, molded details. Alright, seems to be the same color. Metallic. As the hand, though. Now the end. Oh, this one's got blue translucent eyes, so that's nice. And then metallic blue up there, red chin, some black, and a plain back of the head. Alright, I'm gonna add a little crazy glue to this thing. Just put a little dab on that thing. Even though that's a pretty long mating surface. I just don't want this thing to ever fall out. It wasn't a very tight fit, so. Alright, the red there looks pretty nice with the white surrounding it. Very cool. But unfortunately there's a little bit extra white right there. I'm gonna leave it alone. So pop this on, let's see if the head can spin. Yeah, it doesn't collide with anything, so not bad. Alright, I got a few models to show. Here's a normal plain RX-78, although technically this is a detailed up version. It's number 98 in the Converge lineup. And I guess it does have a lot of details. They basically just added a whole lot of panel gaps and nooks and crannies and stuff. It might even be too busy, actually. And it's quite a different white than a standard RX-78. It's like an off-white. And then I actually have an older Full Armor, which is number 36 in the Converge lineup. So from 36 to 190 something. Let's put these right next to each other, actually. You can see the olive color changed. You can see this is all gray instead of gunmetal. So they changed it up, but this one has saber handles. And look at, yeah, it's definitely a different mold entirely. It's a little taller. Oh, but that might actually be the acrylic base it's on. So if you really like this particular RX-78, you got two variations to work off of. I do feel like maybe the modern one is better. Just the crispness of its molding, but like these thrusters here, it looks like two segments versus this just being one shallow segment. So okay, well, let's get this out of the way here. But one nice thing about the older first 20 waves, very often they mold in the chassis number somewhere. In this case, it's actually there. So they don't do that on the newer ones for some reason. I guess it just wears out the mold too easily. So this is an F91, which is number 71 in the Converge lineup. I don't know if this is the successor. I don't know. If it was a different manga, or did they have its own cartoon? Leave a comment. I don't really follow Gundam so much. I just like toys. Okay, well, there you go for alternate options to buy in the Converge line. Let's get in on this here. Oh, sorry. So, very nice standard Converge stuff here. You know, a lot of different paint colors. It's already pretty much done for you. You just gotta take like 2 minutes to put the thing together, and then you got something with a lot of detail and colors. And in my case, I get to learn a little bit about, you know, the fictional worlds of Gundam. Thanks for checking this out. We'll see you in the next Converge video.